When he was 99 years old, the Lord God appeared to Abram and said, I am El Shaddai, the Lord God Almighty. Serve me faithfully and live a blameless life. I'm making a covenant with you, and by that covenant I will guarantee that I will give you countless descendants. When Abram heard that, he fell face down on the ground. This is my covenant with you. I will make you the father of a multitude of nations. What's more, I'm changing your name. You won't be called Abram anymore, but Abraham, because you will be the father of many nations. I will make you extremely fruitful. Your descendants will make up many nations. I will confirm my covenant with you and with your descendants after you from generation to generation. This is my everlasting covenant. I will always be your God and the God of your descendants. I will give you this land that you are now living in as a foreigner, to you and to your descendants after you. Canaan will be their possession, and I will always be their God. Now, as for Sarai, your wife, she won't be called Sarai anymore, but Sarah. I'm going to bless her. I'm going to give you a son from her. She will be the mother of many nations. Kings will be among her descendants. Abraham bowed low, and he laughed to himself. And he said, how am I to be a father when I am 100 years old? And then he thought, and Sarah, how is she going to give birth when she's 90? Let Ishmael live under your special blessing. Well, no, said the Lord. I will give you a son from Sarah, and you will name him Isaac. I will make my covenant with him and with his descendants after him. But as for Ishmael, I will bless him as you have asked. I will multiply his descendants. He will be the father of 12 princes, and I will make a great nation out of him. But I'm confirming my covenant with Isaac. Isaac, who will be born to you and to Sarah about this time next year. When he had finished speaking, God left Abraham. Then the Lord God appeared to Abraham a second time. This time while he was sitting near an oak grove belonging to Mamre. Abraham was sitting in front of his tent in the hottest part of the day when he noticed 3 men standing nearby. When he saw them, he sprang up and ran out and welcomed them and bowed low and said, if it please my Lord, come, rest here in the shade of these trees. And since my Lord has honored your servant with this visit, let us bring some water to wash your feet, and let me prepare some food for you so that you might rest and take your refreshment before you go on your way. Well, they said, let it be as you have said. So Abraham hurried into the tent, and he said to Sarah, quick, take 3 measures of your best flour, knead it into dough, and bake 3 cakes. And then he hurried out to the herd, and he selected a calf and had a servant prepare it, tender and good. And when the meat was roasted, he brought it with milk and yogurt and the cakes that Sarah had prepared and served his guests. While they ate, Abraham waited on them while he stood in the shade of the trees. Then one of them said, "Where is Sarah, your wife?" "She's in the tent." "I will return to you about this time next year, and your wife Sarah will have a son." Now, Sarah was listening from inside the tent. Now, Sarah and Abraham were old. She was well past the age when she could have children. But when she heard this, she laughed. And she said, "How am I, a worn-out old woman, to have pleasure and have a son?" Especially when my master, my husband, is so old. But the Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh? Why did she say that she is too old to bear a child? Does she believe that anything is impossible with the Lord? I can assure you, this time when I return next year, she will have a son." Sarah was frightened, and so she said, I didn't laugh." "Oh, yes, you did. You laughed." The Lord kept his word to Sarah. She became pregnant, and she gave birth to a son to Abraham in his old age. And Abraham took the child and named him Isaac. And on the 8th day, as the Lord had commanded, Abraham circumcised Isaac. Abraham was 100 years old when Isaac was born. Sarah declared, "Oh, the Lord has given me laughter. All who hear of this will laugh with me. Who would have ever said to Abraham, 'Your wife Sarah will nurse a child'?" But now, I've given him a son in his old age.